In part 1, you watched us cut, reinforce, insulate, board, and spray this container, transforming it from a raw steel box into a fully fabricated kitchen module in record time. But here's the truth. A finished structure is not the same as a working kitchen. We still had only a few days to install every system, every fitting, and every piece of equipment that would make this space fully operational. This is where pressure shifts from building to delivering. By the time we arrived on site for this stage, several major processes had already been completed earlier within the timeline, including exterior cladding, boarding, bulk of the tiling work, and moving the structure to the intended location. Some of those stages weren't captured on video, but they were executed within the 7-day schedule before we moved into these final finishing days. One of the first things we did in this phase was painting. The ceilings were painted grey, not white, to seal the surface and keep the space bright while remaining practical for a working kitchen. We also painted exterior sections that weren't covered by cladding. Simple step, but important for durability and a clean finish. Now the container was positioned at its permanent location. No more heavy fabrication, no more structural cutting, just precise finishing, system installations, and operational setup. Then came the moment that changes everything. Industrial cookers, preparation counters, stainless steel work tables, storage units, washing stations, and more were brought to the kitchen and were installed. A major installation during this phase was the heat and odor extraction system positioned along one side of the kitchen. This system is responsible for extracting cooking heat, removing smoke, eliminating food odors, maintaining proper air circulation. In any industrial kitchen, ventilation is critical. Without it, even the best design fails in practice. Installing this system correctly ensures safety, comfort, and operational efficiency. Although the main tiling had already been completed earlier in the build timeline, this phase focused on refinement. We filled small gaps between tiles, we sealed minor holes. These finishing touches are critical in commercial kitchens where hygiene and durability are non-negotiable. Details may look small on camera, but they matter in daily operation. Next came the technical finishing. Electrical fittings were installed, lighting fixtures, switches and sockets for industrial kitchen equipment. Each connection was tested to ensure proper load distribution and stability. Plumbing fixtures were also installed and sealed. Sinks, supply lines, drainage systems and flow checks. The kitchen started becoming operational. One of the most rewarding moments happened during this stage when the clients came to inspect the progress. We walked through the kitchen together. We talked through each section. We explained the installations. We laughed. We reviewed the finishing details. Just days earlier, they had a steel container. Now they were standing inside their nearly completed cafe kitchen. What the little things count. Anything else? That's it. What about this one? Yes. The most important thing I don't see yet. Have you heard? And then what we've done, we have to try. When everything's done and certain, everybody else to do our thing. And we did. But it is my job. Switch àti socket kó wo bí ó ṣiṣẹ́ àbí ó ṣiṣẹ́. Okay. Tó bá wo kó rẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́. Then why the hell do I have a socket here tí mo lè pa? Bro, if you don't come back here today, just delete my fucking number.
Don't lie on this one. Dennis, listen, we talk and take grammar together. Finish now. Don't sleep it. I'm not coming from Switzerland. I'm coming from Liverpool. Yalla, come. You are the all these Elon Musk boys. You don't get them. Elon Musk boys. Where are they? All these Elon Musk boys.
بقول لك الكاشير هون صفي سايلي الكاشير هون لا ما ينزل الكاشير هون
That's basically what happens when you have just finished an entire kitchen. You can take a look at this 20-foot container industrial kitchen. Absolutely amazing. You can see the team is done now, everybody's out, and you can see how the entire space is laid out. Let's do a quick run through, show you everything we've done. We set this container up offsite in a different location, prefabricated the container, and then brought it to this site to install. The entire space has been fully fitted out with a lovely industrial kitchen. They're going to be doing quite a lot of cooking here, grills, frying. You know, you have some display units here. We'll run through everything that has been put into this space. We'll run through it very, very soon. So, front door, you can see lovely front door. We have a panel door here, an American panel door. Lovely, fits this space really well. And then of course, the first thing you see once you come into the space is a lovely wash basin area. You can see how that's been set up. Everything in this space has set up with stainless steel because this is an industrial kitchen. Lovely kitchen fixture here, lovely industrial tap here. Everything works really well, really nice, really simple. You can see, let's see, we got water. You can see that, that's really nice. And then once you squeeze this, you can see we have
it both ways. I love this. I really love this picture. See, lovely tap used to wash and do stuff, kitchen stuff. Really nice picture. You can see it there. Everything is in its place. Everything works well. Moving from our lovely countertop area here, you can see all our electrical boxes. Basically everything we used to set up the space, our DB box, everything here nicely tucked in. And then onto the next area, which is our sliding door fridge, more or less like a beverage fridge that we've connected. Very simple, really neat, really nice, really neat. And then of course the entire, or the main kitchen itself, you can see how the entire space looks. Absolutely amazing. You can see all the equipment that we have here. And moving on to our next area here, we have our prep tables. These are our prep tables where we're going to be having everything cooked and stuff. Also our under cabinet fridge. We have about, I think these are like 5 doors. This is a 3-door, that's a 2-door over there. We also have a salad prep area. You can see this is a refrigeration unit that is used for salads. You can keep everything nice and fresh here. And then once everything is done, you can put it up here ready to be served. And then moving on to the next area, you can see hot dog machine and a display bain-marie, something to keep food warm. Really lovely space. The space is also kitted out with a 4-burner tabletop cooker. Next is a grill, I think. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what this is. And I used to have that, you know, you make burgers and this and stuff. And then we have our lovely double fryers over here, really lovely. And then the salting station. So everything in its place. And of course, we cannot miss the pièce de résistance, which is that massive hood. You can see that hood, absolutely amazing. Nothing that will be cooked in here, that smell is not going to remain. It's going to suck everything out. Massive hood, absolutely amazing. Everything you need for a proper industrial kitchen. And this kitchen is going to serve, you know, this area that we're in. We're currently at Mega Plaza in DI, and you can see how this space is set up. We also have floor drains set into the floors, so that once the space is going to be cleaned, you have, you know, these floor drains that can easily, you can take all that water that'll be here, take it and, you know, push it out somewhere. And the idea is that you have, you know, a self-functioning kitchen that can really work by itself, you know, without having to do much more. Maintenance here will be very simple, really, because you have tiled walls, you know, and these are easy to clean also. Have them in white, and that white allows you to see any dirt or any splashes that's gone onto the walls. So very simple and easy space to keep up or to clean or to maintain with the type of equipment and the type of the way we've set up the entire space. Yes, you can see a lovely fridge here. Look at this fridge, lovely chest fridge. Everything is on, everything is in its place. These are cooling right now. The idea is that you have, we start to test out all the units. What we're doing right now is that we've left almost everything on, you know, all the units running. Just a few of them are not running right now. Just left them on so that we can power the entire unit and then circulate and then run it for a very long time so that we can see how it functions. Because what we're doing and what we've done so far, apart from all the electricals, connecting it to the main building itself, you know, want to ensure that every socket, everything that we put into the space works and is or functioning properly. So what we're doing is we're testing the entire unit. The team for the kitchen equipment have already come in, tested everything. Everything's working properly. And I think the space has come together well. This space now is absolutely ready. The team is actually, or the owners are currently right now getting stock and bringing stock here and bringing the staff here. This is currently what, 4 o'clock, and I'm thinking that they might serve the first meal tonight. So I think we might hang around and see how the entire space looks later on, but we'll probably come back, see whether we can grab some food once the first meals have been prepared in this newly done kitchen. Now the space is fitted with sliding glass. Also, this allows for quick in to out interaction. Once you have someone that wants to buy something, you can serve them. Samson, come and buy something. Stand here. Come stand here, bro. Stand here. So basically, once you have a customer, you can just open up the windows, serve your customer, and then once you want to keep this place really nice and cool, you can shut the windows. Samson, have you gotten your food? Yes, you have. Bye-bye. Thank you. Samson is laughing. You can see how the space is set up. Very easy. And then we also have our hydraulic onions that close onto these windows also, securing the space even more. So the entire process, everything has come together really well. But it's been crazy, you know, because we've had to work in an environment that is, you know, already developed. This is a mall, so, you know, building anything, doing anything here was something that had to be done overnight or night work. You can't really make any noise here. So quite a lot of craziness went down in setting this space up. But overall, the entire space is ready now, and you can see it in all its glory. Like everything is just sleek, nice. Everything is in its place. Look at the lovely black doors. Just a little bit of fixtures, you know, black doors, some black fittings here, just a touch of black. Mostly everything is more with a touch of gray, the floors, the ceiling, you know, and then we have a white and black theme on the outside also. I really love how the spaces come together. And this shows you what you can do with a shipping container. It shows you how you can set up your business or put your business in a shipping container and then site your business in a location that probably will not fit a typical build, or in places where space is as a minimum. In an area like this now, this is a really major road. This is Raymond, what's the name of the street? Raymond Njoku? Yeah, this street is really, really busy, high traffic, high network people live here, you know, but then there's no land here to set up a new joint. But with a shipping container, you can absolutely fit this into even the tightest or minutest places, or put it in places that have already been developed and use or grab onto their traffic to sell whatever it is that you're selling here. And this is really dope because this shipping container is in the mall. This mall has shops, it has a club, it has other restaurants here, even though those guys are competition, but they're selling something totally different from what they're selling. But then everything is here, and then you have that traffic, I mean, from the mall that's already coming here on its own already. And then you don't really need to do much advertisement when you have your building or your business in a location like this, because like I said, the traffic coming to the building already is also, it's going to serve you a lot.
In part 1, you saw how we built the structure. In part 2, you've seen how we turned it into a fully functioning cafe kitchen, installed, fitted, equipped, and ready to serve, all within a 7-day delivery window. This is what prefabrication makes possible. Build faster, finish smarter. And now, this kitchen is ready to open.